A lot of Americans at this point have absolutely had enough with the political system that is driving life in America just deep into the ground. And the youngest people who are supposed to be the inheritors of our nation are just really getting rage-filled about this. I mean, the amount of contempt and disgust that they have, not just for the leadership of America, but the people who stand by and say nothing and do nothing, all the meanwhile our country actively collapses, is really leading to a lot of really justified crash outs. And we're going to highlight one specifically here today because it's a young person.
So according to our president, Iran is completely taken apart. They don't have a navy, they don't have an air force, they don't have nothing. They shot down an American fighter jet this morning. First time they've done that since the war started. So obviously it's not that they got worse, they got better. And also the Iranian government has told its citizens to go and look for the pilots that ejected. More f***ing American troops, American citizens are going to die because you guys have let this mother ball gag you into thinking, oh, it'll only be 3 weeks, maybe 9 months. I don't know. I'll feel it in my old decrepit ass fucking bones. You could say a lot of things about Joe Biden's presidency, but he never went and bombed a country that he intentionally did not know shit about because he fired the people responsible for the intelligence during Doge cuts.
Doge was a complete catastrophe. I mean, the amount of damage that it actually did for the bureaucratic infrastructure, which I have a lot of problems with, but it just made our country, our government, more inept than it already was, which is really something to say. But the turnout for Donald Trump this last election cycle was actually quite big as far as younger voters go. More younger voters voted Republican really than in recent history. It was a big surprise, especially younger white males, because they really did capitalize a lot on the narrative that was coming from kind of the red pill community. And there was a lot of rage and contempt towards the world that was really harnessed and focused, especially on YouTube, especially on larger podcasts like Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, where you had President Trump on there, you had JD Vance going on there. And although a lot of them have really stepped back and said, oh, I don't know what these people are doing. It's like, yeah, well, because of larger channels like yourself is one of the reasons why he was elected. But the big betrayal that they feel, and that's why younger voters have really just absolutely abandoned MAGA for the large part. The big thing, of course, was the no wars. We want a stronger economy, and it's gone completely, reverse as far as enacting those policies. It's been one regime change after another, and the economy is absolutely sunk. Young Americans right now, and I know this is a global crisis, but young Americans right now, especially those leaving college, I mean, you basically have a 50% chance, 20% chance of actually getting a job that's within the area of focus that you were studying in. A majority of jobs that you get, you're competing with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who are laid off, who have decades of experience already. So that plus the implementation of AI, I mean, these kids aren't getting jobs. So those who are supposed to inherit the future, really take us forward into the next decades, they really feel like they have no place in America. They have no say in America. But at the same time, they're expected to put on the uniform, go fight and die for the interest of these old people or the uber rich, those who are disconnected from society, those who are truly disconnected from the working class, which are made out of young people and young women like this.
Can't say much about Democrats either, but I guarantee you, if Kamala Harris and Joe Biden went and bombed Iran without congressional approval, every fucking Democrat on the goddamn Hill would have called for his fucking impeachment. It embarrasses the fuck out of me that y'all are grown-ass fucking adults and you can't see this shit. You're a grown-ass fucking adult. You've raised kids. You've had to take care of your mom who's getting old and no longer fucking approves for Medicare. And you can't fucking see that he's bending you over and lying to your fucking face. Oil prices are not gonna go down. He sat there and said, gas could be $1.50 if I wanted it to. Presidents don't control gas prices, but their fucking decisions do impact them. More fucking American soldiers are gonna die. I'm sorry if I'm so pissed off about this. 3 of them that ended up dying were from my home state in Alabama. But y'all don't give a shit about that. Y'all just want the numbers.
I think this is really something that a lot of people from my generation and older really don't understand. You think that younger people are out of touch. don't know anything about politics, but these people are terminally online. They're always on social media. Usually younger people are more politically engaged and have a much greater understanding of what's actually happening on the ground beyond just the super narratives that are being pushed forward by the Democrats and by the conservatives or the Republicans. And that's why we're seeing this kind of rise in general apathy, because they feel like they're not being represented one way or another. That's just a system competing on who has the better ability to lie. And in the end, that's what politics is. But it's also coming into the realization, coming into reality, especially after eventually leaving the household, and going out and making your own life. You're being faced with these realities. And in this time right now, it's much harder. So, I mean, the crash out is absolutely justified here.
Only a few of them. It's a bunch of Iranians. Guys, no, it's not. No, it's not. And it's a lot more Americans than American media is reporting. You're fucking adults. You're fucking adults, and you're letting a fucking senile old man bend you over. Joe Biden would have been impeached over this. And don't even fucking get in my comments and argue about fucking Ukraine. We didn't bomb Ukraine. We didn't even bomb Russia. We didn't do it. We didn't put American lives in harm's way. Fuck you. America first. That means sending our troops all over the world to fucking do regime changes? That's what that means to you? Wake the fuck up.
We definitely had military advisors over there, and we've been supplying arms to the Ukrainians the entire time. That's no secret. We do have American personnel that have been joining with the international brigades over there to fight against the Russians. It's a really interesting dynamic, the Ukraine-Russian war right now. But America's involvement definitely can't be questioned. It's just a proxy war against Russia. And that's all it's been this entire time. But we have an administration right now who really everything that they're doing geopolitically, everything that they're doing as far as foreign relations goes, has basically in every aspect benefited the military abilities for Russia to conduct its war in Ukraine and destabilize the entire region, as well as the economy of Europe as a whole.
This is not even a Republican Party anymore. I can't have any respect for a Republican Party. I'm an independent. I'm a young independent. Give me something. Because this ain't it. I'm not blind and I'm not stupid. And I'm not going to sit here and believe the lies of a fucking man who's been convicted of fraud.
Solid point. A solid point. The guy's a huckster. He's a fraud. He looks at the Americans like they're rubes. It's all he does. Every business he's had is essentially gone into bankruptcy. It's the thing, who bankrupts a casino? It's essentially free money. But this guy has done it. But at the same time, he's been able to trick a large swath of the American people to believe wholesale all the bullshit that he spews forth. But I gotta say, everything that's going on right now, as far as the Republican Party goes, there's a reason why record numbers of Republican representatives are stepping down permanently. They're not running for re-election after this because they know that this is over for the Republican Party for quite some time. The amount of damage that's been done to their reputation, the fact that they've not been able to put the president in check for any of the negative policies or any of the policies that he's enacted or pushed through, the executive orders that have had a huge negative impact on our economy and on lifestyle in the United States, really shows that they're more worried about their own interests, their ability to stay in office, and now knowing that that's not going to be a possibility in the future. Most of them, it really just seems like they're looking to cash out as much as they can before midterms, but we'll see if midterms even happen.
You're so fucking stupid and you're an adult. An adult. If you don't disagree with anything else in his presidency, disagree with this. We should not be at war with Iran. And if they had nuclear capabilities, bitch, we're not their first target. Bibi is. And yes, I know this does absolutely nothing, me yelling at my phone screen, because none of you actually take this shit seriously. But I hope and pray that one day the United States goes through half of what we put the Middle East through. I do. I'm sorry if that makes me un-American, but holy shit.
I've come to the conclusion that to be against what America is doing right now is to be a true patriot, to actually voice your dissent about what's happening right now. Makes you more of a lion to the republic than any of the sycophants who just take any order that comes down from the highest office and says, yes, boss, this sounds good. This is one of the reasons why I love young people so much. Just their ability to feel passion. They've lived their lives having an idea of what this nation is, and they're meeting the failure to reach the expectations that America actually has on itself. And in the meeting of that reality, you really do see a huge amount of disappointment, especially right now in this time. And as far as that time coming where the United States is really meeting the consequences of its actions, that time is coming. We are steadily approaching that. It's not something that's distant ways away. They've kicked the can back for more generations. No, that's coming now. As we said in many of our videos, the restructuring of all the trade alliances, the new defense pacts that are going on that are excluding the United States, there's a new reality that's approaching that most Americans just are either uninformed about or so apathetic about the entire situation that they no longer care. They're actively trying to lead this country, or they are so bought into the propaganda and the delusions that are being put forward. They have so much trust in the facade that the inner workings or the consequences that are coming up behind that visage of what America is supposed to be, it's going to be like getting hit by a Mack truck. They're just not prepared, but it's coming.
We should not be at war with Iran, and we're going to lose. No matter how he tries to spin this, we have lost. And we have lost American lives because of his nothing war. Nothing. What did we gain from this? A non-nuclear Iran? I thought we did that last summer! Y'all are just so willing to believe his lies. It's so infuriating. You're an adult. You are an adult. Oh my God, can you not see that he says something one day, then the very next day says complete opposite? Holy shit.
I love this because I understood what this felt like when you're young and you think that adults have it all figured out. You think that people in their 30s, 40s and older, they have it all figured out. They've seen it, But then you realize that, people who are older than you are just generally as stupid as they always have been. Somebody can be 40, 50, 60, 70 years old and be just as idiotic as somebody who's 20 years old. Especially in a nation that doesn't foster any kind of educational growth outside of primary school. We're not a reading nation. Half of our country has their reading level. More than half of our country has a reading level of that of a sixth grader, somebody who's 12 years old. We are a nation. We are an idiocracy. We are a nation built on the backs of the stupid, and it's meant to be that way. And the consequences of that are the reality that we're experiencing in our country right now.
If this was my grandparent, I would be deeply, deeply concerned for them. But no, instead, he's got his granddaughter out here trying to be a social media star using our taxpayers to take her Secret Service to the grocery store. While all of us can't afford groceries. It's dystopian as and you're adults. You're adults and you're not a billionaire. He will never care about you, especially if you're a woman. He will never give a fuck. I'm not saying that Joe Biden did either, but let's stop putting these goddamn politicians on a pedestal and make them understand they work for us. Us. Not the PACs, not the billionaires. Us. The lower and middle class Americans. We outnumber them 10 to 1, 100 to 1, 1,000 to 1. You're fucking ants and they're goddamn grasshoppers. Stand the fuck up and wake up.
This is why I have faith in the people of America. We had that video go viral last week of Fox News interviewing kids at spring break. And obviously, they've been doing that for a long time where they pick and choose kids who just don't care. They don't know anything. They're just down there to have a good time, get drunk. They don't take Fox News seriously. They wind them up and give them false answers anyway. But this is typically, in my experience, what younger people these days are like. They are politically engaged. They do have a deep awareness of what's happening geopolitically beyond the United States in a way that the older generations just don't. And that's because they have a greater understanding or knowledge of the world outside the United States because they were raised in an interconnected global society. It's kids like this that are going to grow up to represent the future of America. Because in that rage, you have honesty. And in that honest rage, there is more quality than hundreds of politicians combined in Washington, D.C. right now, and I stand by that. But I like this because, like I said, this is a glimpse into really the kind of common feeling that a lot of Americans in the working class and middle class have right now. And as they feel more abandoned and left out, they're beginning to speak out more. And I think we're going to highlight some more of this on this channel, especially with the video that we have coming up next, which isn't ranty. It's simply a true breakdown of seeing the fallout of what happens when the federal government decides to pivot to a war economy and abandon the social safety net for the people of the United States of America. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like and subscribe, hype the channel, all that stuff. But appreciate you. Food for thought as always. Take care.